Hey folks, welcome back. Adam here, Sandamtod. Did a quick stop in at the Flea Mart on my lunch break. I get an hour lunch break, and so I decided to cruise over there and then pick up a sandwich on the way back to the office. Just figured I'd go in, check the stuff up front that they buy in, and then hit a couple of the booths that I know usually have Nintendo stuff and video game stuff, and get out of there. And that's pretty much what I did. I ended up picking up 3 games and 1 controller. And I'm happy that I went there because I found something that I didn't think existed, and that's a controller, and I'll show that last. Um, First things first, I went in, went up to the front where they normally have their buy-in stuff and their consoles and things like that, and their consoles are usually overpriced. I mean, we're saying, I don't know, $50 for an Xbox, $30 for a GameCube, and they might not even have cords with them. $65 for a PlayStation 2 Slim, stuff like that. And normally I pass. I mean, the only one that I picked up was that one of my Dreamcast I picked up. This came with 2 controllers and all the hookups for $20, and I thought that was a good deal. But other than that, I haven't really ever bought consoles from there. But I went over and looked. I decided I wasn't going to pick any up, and went over to where they have their games and stuff, started looking through their Nintendo games, noticed that a few of them were gone that I didn't really want, but just noticed that a few of them were gone from the last time I was there, and a few were new. And I went ahead and picked up one Nintendo game, folks. I picked up a copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for $3, and a Nintendo sleeve included. This game goes for $20 at Vintage Stock, and it was $3 at this store. I already had a copy, but I wasn't sure of the label quality, and $17 difference. There's no reason to not get it, even if you just have a double or you trade it off to somebody. You only paid $3 for it, and it's 20 there, so But the back label's in good shape. Front label's in good shape as well. It's got a couple little number 8 stickers on here, and I don't know why, but those look like they're going to come off really simply, and that's sweet. So pick that up. That was the only Nintendo game I saw. I looked through a couple other games. They had a few PlayStation 1 games. I almost bought this SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge game for the PlayStation. It was $2.50. And I shit you not, they had a Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen horse riding game for the PlayStation. I don't remember what it was called, but it was $2.50. And I just thought that was hilarious. I didn't buy it. I just couldn't see buying it because there's no way in hell I'd ever play it. But it was just so bizarre. I'd forgotten my camera too, so I really didn't get any footage of the inside of the store. So I had to let it slide. Otherwise, I just would have filmed it for y'all. And anyway, I cruised back to back to a couple booths, and was walking through the aisles, and walked down this one aisle real quick, and I noticed that in a box, sitting there, it said all PlayStation 2 games, $10, and there was probably about a dozen games in there, and I was like, sweet, looking through them. It was like 9 sports games, and then like a copy of some Shrek movie game, and I don't know, there was some other platformer, I can't think, and then there was this one, and I wanted to pick this up. I already had a copy of it, but I picked up a second copy because mine's missing the directions, and this one's complete because I think I picked it up on the cheap at Blockbuster too, and most of the time those don't have the directions. But I picked up a copy of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, folks. This game is fun, I know, and also I kept walking and ended up back at this other area. Like I said, I think this one guy's buying other people's video game stuff and putting it in his booth. But I found a copy kind of just loose laying around in one cubicle of Max Payne for the PlayStation 2. $6. I've never played Max Payne other than just really briefly, maybe a demo or something. But I've never played through it. And I think somebody had done some playthrough on Max Payne 2, and I checked that out, and I decided that I was going to pick it up. I was going to get these for the Xbox because I've got way more PlayStation 2 games than I have Xbox games, but It was $6, and I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and get it. It is complete. I don't know if I showed you, and the instructions are crisp. So that was a selling point for me. The directions look brand new. So anyway, I made it to the guy's booth that I told you. It looks like he's buying other people's stuff and putting it in his booth. He had a bunch of Nintendo games ranging in price. He did have a few copies of some different games, but he had one in particular, Donkey Kong Jr. Math for $10, and I was like, that's kind of a rare one to find out and about. And I don't know if it was no clip or not, and I might have to go back and check. Because if it is a no clipper and it's $10, I might need to pick it up. Because I've been really struggling with the no clips and finding any newer ones in this area without trying to order them off the internet or something. So we might have to go back and get that one. But in this guy's booth, he had some controllers and stuff that were locked in this case that he decided to pull out and set out so he could put the games in the case. And when I went over, I was looking at the controllers. I noticed that he had a yellow Nintendo 64 controller and a black one, and one of those kind of translucent purple ones. Well, I have one of the purple ones, but I don't have a black one or a yellow one. I've got solid red, solid green, and solid blue, and some normal ones, and then some translucent different ones. But I don't have a yellow one or a black one, and I was like, well, let's see what he wants. And I went over there, they're $12.99. I'm like, I'm not going to get them. Because I told you, I can't stand the Nintendo 64 controller. Yeah, I want them just because I want the collection. I want to have one of each color, but I don't really like the controller. Then I noticed this thing, and like I told you, most third-party controllers are that same shape, that same kind of down and then the T down like that. And they have the buttons, and they're kind of bulky, and they're still not comfortable at all. When I noticed this, at first I wasn't sure that it was a Nintendo 64 controller, and then I noticed that it said 64 on it. So I went and picked this up. This controller might spur me on to play some Nintendo 64, folks. And it is called a Super Pad 64. Now look at this thing. Much more comfortable, more of a standard design. The Z button is here, your trigger button. So when you're holding it like this, you can hit both your shoulders, and you can still hit that Z button with this finger right there. And it fits like right, there's your joystick, your directional pad, and all your buttons are right here, right across like that. For like Killer Instinct or some fighting games, this would be awesome to have those right there. Start button. It's comfortable. It's really comfortable, actually. And this was $11.99, and it does also have the spot that you clip in your Rumble Pack and your memory card. So I don't know. I didn't know they made ones like this. I'd never seen one like this until just now. And then when I went on Amazon and looked, they had some of these posted at one point, but they're all sold out. It was like currently not available. So I don't know if these are already get your hands on, but $12, I was like, this might be the key to me actually enjoying my Nintendo 64 instead of thinking of it as kind of a, my least favorite system, as we just saw in my console tag, to maybe taking a notch up on the scale. So anyway, folks, that's what I picked up. Nothing super special. Few games and a controller, real quick. $11.99, and then another 10, 6, about 19, 29. Spent about 30, right around 30 at lunch for that stuff. But I couldn't pass up the Mike Tyson or that controller. The other two PlayStation games I could have, maybe, but why not go ahead and get them? So, folks, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming by, checking out some Flea Mart pickups.